of all the Dragon Ball Z people, Tien and Yamcha are kind of the only ones that are sort of on the same low level. Really, they don't have that much going for them. Everyone else is way stronger. So we always joke about like how lame they truly are, but they think they're super awesome. But the only people they talk crap to are each other. So like, hey Tien, your skills are pretty weak. And then John will be like, yeah, Yamcha, you said it. That's not true. And it's really bad. But John Bergmeyer played Tien Shinhan and other things. He was also the writer for Dragon Ball Z. He always jokes about the first line he ever had, which was in the Garlic Jr. saga. It was the very first thing you hear in the Garlic Jr. saga. It was like this dude dying and goes, "We didn't do anything." Anyway, I don't know why I had to share that. Okay.
Dome 9000.
Dome 9000! Alright,
Pikachu.
I know. Kikacho is kind of like, how do you even describe where he is? Kikacho's like way up here all the time, and everything he did was yelling all the time. And it was a hard role to play because he was you had to yell through so that I don't know if any of you guys saw that show. He had a big old mask on. He was kind of a robotic kind of character, and it was hard. But the only other hard role I had that was similar to that was Mike McFarlane cast me as Trace on Trinity Blood. Did you guys see that show? Anyway, and that show was really hard because Mike always wanted me to. He had a very specific way he wanted Trace to sound, and like everything he said had to come out on the same note except for the last note. So every line, so I had to really try hard not to inflect lines. So when I would have a line, it would have to stay here until I was at the very end of it. It brought me back to like Catholic Mass when I was a kid or whatever. Anything else? What? Oh, Grandpa Rome. I actually sometimes forget even what his speaking voice sounds like because I only had really one good episode with him. But then we got to sing that awesome song, like, "Listen as I tell you what helps to be," which was so awesome. What a great way to like have a role like that and just sing something and then leave and you never hear from him again. But I still get some love for it. I'm actually kind of glad that I don't have one of the really main roles in Hitalia, because Italian fans are some creepy people. So,
oh my god, I can't believe you said that. That's awesome. That's awesome.
They're creepy people. All of you. I don't trust any of you. Actually, they're awesome, but boy, they're intense though. Like, and they're really random people. Like, and I hate to like just to segregate you into this group of people, but you know who you are. They give you the weirdest things. Like, I was sitting next to Patrick Seitz. He plays Germany. And these girls that, I mean, are hardly, I don't even think they were old enough to have hit puberty yet, walk up to him with two Barbie dolls, like kind of stitched together and duct taped together with their tops off that said Patrick written across their boobs. It's like, God, that is crazy. I'm glad I don't get that. I usually get Dragon Ball Z people are way cooler, I'm sorry. Mostly because you just don't know who it's going to be, because it can really be anybody. It can be like anyone. In fact, one of the most surprising Dragon Ball Z fans I've ever met was Travis Willingham. Did you guys know that he was a massive Dragon Ball Z fan?
Yep.
At the football program at TCU or something like that. He said all of them would like in the locker room would watch that show and totally gay out to it or something. They loved it. Like, and so. And Travis held this for me for a really long time, and then finally was like, "Chris, I just have to admit to you, man, I know I've never said it, but I really love Dragon Ball Z." It was funny. All right, yes. What's my favorite scene? Well, the voice I've always liked doing the most is Vegeta's voice, and he's awesome. And my favorite line of Vegeta's is, "Servant woman, grab me a drying cloth at once!" And men in pink How bizarre! Let's see. And my favorite line from Yamcha, and I'll take full credit if you guys hate me for it, it was a line that we seriously just made up on the fly because we couldn't figure out what to put there. It's like, cats love food! Yeah!
Yeah!
That was my fault. My least favorite line
That
of
made
all
no
time.
sense to me.
And I knew it as I was doing it. And you have every right to make fun of it because it was really stupid. And it's when Piccolo arrives back on Earth, and he's like, I can do this. I feel great. Yes. Yes. Because we didn't know what to do. His mouth was like moving like Shenron or something. It was really, really slow. In retrospect, I wish I'd just not said anything at all.
I didn't mind it.
It was really, really embarrassing. Yes.
So this is a rumor I've like heard on the internet. Is it true that like a voice actor actually passed out while he was powering up, like in the studio?
There have been a few voice actors that have sort of passed out while they're in there. I think Eric Vale has passed out once in there before. Sean Schimmel.
Yep.
No, he's just made people pass out with parts. That's the worst thing about being a voice actor, and I'm sorry. I just got out of a really, like a 21 and up panel, so excuse if I've said anything incredibly too rude. But the worst thing about being a voice actor is if you toot in the booth, you have to stay there, and you're stuck with it. But the worst thing is, like, if you do, it's like right after lunch, and you happen to do that, you think you're gonna be stuck with it, and then someone has to like come in to do a tour, or like the engineer wants to come mess with the microphone. You're like, no, you can stay out there. Stay out there. I'm sorry. Again, I just got out of a panty and stocking panel, and it's all a bunch of poop jokes. Yes.
We like that.
No, it won't. I'm just kidding. Of course it won't. Yes.
If you had to be the minion of any Dragon Ball Z villain, what would it be?
If I had to be the minion of any Dragon Ball Z villain, who would it be? I would be Garlic Jr.'s minion, only because I would easily be the smartest of all. God, they were so stupid. And I love Chuck Huber. Chuck Huber's one favorite. Or if I could be Hercule's minion, I would be Hercule is I think, the most rounded character in all of Dragon Ball Z. If you think about it, he's a really nice, rounded story, a character arc. He starts off like really egotistical. He's like, I'm the coolest guy ever, light shows and tricks and whatnot. And then by the end of the series, he realizes that these dudes are really strong, and he gets to still help in his own special way. And I thought it was rad. Anyway, plus I love Chris Rager too. Have you guys met him yet? Have you been on a convention with him?
I
Super
wish.
freaking funny guy.
Wish.
Yes.
I heard that if you become a voice actor, it's kind of hard to make a living. Did you have to do like any extra jobs when you were just starting?
Well, I was one of the lucky ones. I'm one of the few people that can make a living, but only because I've diversified myself so that I'm doing lots of other things. Like it's very difficult for any person who's not living in California and his name rhymes with Molin Morth. To make a really good living just doing voice work. I actually do a lot of commercial voice work, which helps supplement that too. But a lot of the times, commercial and narration work doesn't always cross over into voice acting, like cartoon and like anime voice work. I'm just kind of lucky that I've kind of got all the best of all these worlds. And I also own a studio. I also make music. I also work on sound design. I manage a couple of other sound guys, and so we do 5:1 mixing. So I keep myself busy in lots of other areas. But to be honest, yes, there's nothing guaranteed in the voice acting world. Like if I was having to depend only on like voice acting money right now, I'd probably be kind of screwed because you just don't know what's gonna happen, where you're gonna get cast and stuff like that. And you only annoy directors if you bug them about it.